Hello students. Today we are going to do an activity for the revision purpose, and the chapter which we are going to revise is Expert Detectives. And you can see here the teaching aids which are made by the students. Now meet first of all Nishad. He is also known as Seven because he is 7 years old, plus his name comes in the 7th note of musical scale. Now meet Maya, and Maya is Nishad's sister. Now meet their mother. She is a doctor, and she is giving treatment to a person whose name is Mr. Nath. So meet Mr. Nath, and then meet Ramesh. Ramesh is a waiter in a restaurant. He brings food for Mr. Nath. And then meet Sunday visitor. This Sunday visitor comes on every Sunday to meet Mr. Nath. And also meet Mr. Mehta. In his house, many tenants live there, and Mr. Nath is one of them. So we will continue this story in the form of an activity. So I hope you will enjoy this activity. As I told you in the beginning that Nishad and Maya's mother is giving treatment to Mr. Nath, but what Maya thinks about Mr. Nath is really a matter of concern. She thinks that Mr. Nath is a crook, but Nishad does not agree with her. So now we will see the discussion which is going on between Nishad and Maya.
He doesn't look anything like a monster, Maya.
But did you see how thin he is?
Maybe he is very poor and can't afford to eat.
He can't be poor if he's a crook on the run. He's probably got millions of rupees hidden away somewhere in that room.
Do you really think he is a criminal, Maya?
Of course.
He does not look like one.
Of course he is one, Nishad.
But Maya, Mr. Mehta told us he doesn't work anywhere, so how can he possibly have money to pay for food?
Exactly. He must have lots of money hidden somewhere, maybe in that trunk in his room. It's probably full of silver and gold and jewelries. And the Monday following Mama's birthday, Seven went alone with her to the clinic at Girgam. As I was spending the evening with a school friend, when they returned, Nishad told me he had been to see Mr. Nath and left most annoyed that I hadn't been there.
Seven was very much disturbed because of the sad look of Mr. Nath. He thought that Mr. Nath was starving. So in the evening he goes to Mr. Nath's room and he knocks the door.
Open the door, Mr. Nath, quickly. Open the door, Mr. Nath, quickly. Lost another marble? No.
Mr. Nath asked him whether he lost another marble, and that time Nishad gave him a bar of chocolate. Nishad comes back home. Maya asks him a lot of questions.
Did you get a chance to peek into the trunk, Seven?
He did not even ask me in, but I did find out something, Maya. I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him.
Good for you, Mr. Detective. I hope you questioned properly.
Ramesh told me that he takes 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning and evening, and 2 cups of tea, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Ramesh told me something very strange, Maya. Almost every Sunday he carries 2 lunches for Mr. Nath's room, and the same man is with him each time. He is tall, fair, stout, and wears spectacles. Ramesh says his visitor talks a lot, unlike Mr. Nath, who hardly speaks.
Well done, Nishad. Now that we made some progress with our inquiries, we will have to sort out all the facts like expert detective so that we can trap all the proof.
How you do go on, Maya? How can you possibly imagine he is a crook? He looks so ordinary.
Criminals can look quite ordinary, smarty. Do you see the picture of the Hyderabadi housebreaker in the paper yesterday? He looked like any man on the street.
The monsoons broke the next day. Dark clouds accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning and roaring rolls of thunder burst with all their fury, flooding the streets with a heavy downpour. School was to have reopened after the summer holidays, but no traffic could move through the flooded roads and there was an unexpected holiday. After finding lot of facts about Mr. Nath, Maya decides that she should write the facts just like a detective, and she talks to Nishad.
I have listed all the facts we know about Mr. Nath which might help us to trap him. Want to hear? Fact number 1. His name is Mr. Nath. We must discover his first name.
Do you think that's his real name, Maya?
Start.
Probably not. Most crooks have an alternate name, but I also added a big question mark after Nath. Fact number 2. The tenants at Shankar house say he's mad, strange and unfriendly. Number 3. He doesn't talk to anyone and is mannerless.
But he did talk to us, Maya, and Mama says he is very polite.
Fact number 4. He doesn't receive any letters. Fact number 5. He's been living in room 10 of Shankar house for more than a year. Number 6. He doesn't work and sit in his room all day. Number 7. The kids in Shankar house and even some of the grown-ups are scared of him. Number 8. He has no visitor except for spectacled fair fat men who visit him on Sundays for lunch. Number 9. Food and tea are taken to his room by Ramesh from the restaurant downstairs.
Poor man, Maya, he must be so lonely. He doesn't have any friends.
How can a crook have friend, idiot?
At least he has one friend, the one who meets him on Sunday.
A brilliant thought acquired.
At least he has one friend, the one who meets him on Sundays.
A brilliant thought acquired to me just then.
Maybe he keeps all the loot and he comes now and then to give parts of it to his partner, Mr. Nath, for expenses. That's if I am sure I am right. If you insist on calling him a criminal, I don't think I want to discuss anything with you, Maya. He cannot be such a bad man. If he gives Ramesh such generous tips.
Ramesh probably knows something about his past, so Mr. Nath must be bribing him to keep quiet. How can we make any progress with our investigation if you take that attitude, 7?
I will cooperate only if you give up his idea about him being an escaped crook.
You really make me angry.
I almost hit him. I make you angry. You stupid oaf. I shouted. You make me mad. What is the... I will cooperate only if you give up his idea about him being an escaped crook.
You will make me angry.
I will cooperate only if you give up his idea about him being an escaped crook.
I make you angry, you stupid. Oof. I make you angry, you stupid. You make me mad. I make you angry. I make you angry, you stupid off.
I would like to find out why he is so thin and why he is so lonely. I want to know why he doesn't have any friends and lives alone.
Try to understand 7. If he's lived in Shankar house for a year, then hasn't made a single friend, there's something wrong.
Maybe no one's tried to make friends with him. Why should anyone, brother? We've seen what a nasty bear he is.
And finally, Nishad did not agree with the statement that Mr. Nath was a crook, as Maya was saying continuously. So finally, Nishad looked at Maya and quietly walked out of the room. All the theories which were given by Maya made no impression on him at all. So now meet the students, those who have performed this activity and prepared the teaching aids.
My name is Rohan Pal.
My name is Ritika Kapde.
My name is Suchita Bura. My name is Mansi. My name is Spashaki. My name is Pavitra Rotela. My name is Neha Bhatt. My name is Hurri. My name is Kushi Rao. My name is Priyanka Goswami.
My name is Lipika Joshi.
My name is Akshara Tamta. My name is Bhumika Bhatt. My name is Ritika Kumari. I am Ayush. I am Kavya.
So dear children, I hope you would have enjoyed this activity and the revision was done properly through this activity. Clap for these children.